Baptism is not just a symbol, and you might be a heretic if you think that. That doesn't mean it's works-based righteousness. The thief on the cross is not an exception, and baptism is not just an outward sign of an inward decision. It is so much more. So here's baptism in 60 seconds. So no one believed baptism was just a symbol for 1,500 consecutive years of church history. This doctrine was invented by Ulrich Zwingli in the 16th century, who taught that communion and baptism are purely symbolic or memorial acts. This is outlined as a sacramentariist or sometimes the Donatist heresy. But just so we're clear, this doesn't mean that you're not saved, and heresy can be super confusing in the modern church, and I even used to believe this, so genuinely zero condemnation. The key passages of understanding baptism beyond just church history are these. Repent and be baptized for the forgiveness of sins. We are buried with him through baptism. Baptism that now saves you also. It saves you by the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So first of all, this doesn't mean that there's anything in the water that's physically saving you. In 1 Peter, it says that it is by the resurrection that baptism has any power at all. This is also why the thief on the cross isn't really an exception, because Jesus had not risen at that point. What matters is that all of the church immediately following the apostles taught and interpreted the text like this. There is something in the act of baptism that goes beyond just symbol and has real salvific properties. Now, there are ways to take this too far where Augustine thinks that unbaptized babies literally go straight to hell. I think that's absolutely insane. I think God has so much grace for those who are never actually able to be baptized. But exceptions are not norms. And missing out on the spiritual weight of baptism is missing out on the spiritual depth of baptism. I missed out on it for a long time, and with no condemnation whatsoever, I would invite you to re-look at baptism and expand your view.